So the price of this bad boy here, we are sitting at 121,698 Canadian for a 2025 Yukon Denali in Onyx Black here with the 6.2. All right, everybody, we've got a 2025 GMC Yukon Denali here in Onyx Black. The Yukon has always been a staple for GMC when it comes to a very big, luxurious SUV. They have refreshed the overall look of the exterior as well as the interior, but we'll start at the front here of the exterior. We'll see we still have those beautiful C-shaped LED daytime running lights with all of your LED lights. We've got fog lights down below. We have a beautiful, nice chrome grille here with GMC in red. This one does have a 360 camera, as we can see right below the GMC badge there. We do have some more chrome trimming right below, and then we don't have a plastic air dam that is usually for guiding air underneath the truck below the bumper. But the overall stance, I would say, at the front of this truck looks fantastic. I still think they've kept that beautiful, bold design that the GMC Yukon always has. That's it at the front here. Let's dive underneath the hood here and go over its engine option. So taking a look underneath the hood here, we've got the 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 producing 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, mated to the 10-speed automatic transmission. Truly love that GM is still keeping the 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 so far, and hopefully we have a lot more years to come out of this engine. But that's it at the front here. Let's take a look around the GMC and go over its details. So let's take a look around the GMC Yukon Denali here. We'll start with the tire and wheel setup. We're sitting on 22-inch wheels. The tire size here is 275/50 R22s. We are sitting on Bridgestone tires. Inside we can see we've got the carpeted liner there, but an overall really nice setup for the Denali trim. We've got GMC here on the fender with Denali at the bottom of the door. Now this does have the running board that pops out. And as we can see here, it's a nice black color instead of a chrome. I think it looks really nice. Over here on the mirror, we have the 360 camera, so we've got the camera underneath. It is a body color mirror cap as well with a nice turn signal light there. On the door handles, we've got some chrome, and then we've got keyless entry there as well. Now I'll give you a side profile of what the Yukon looks here. The overall stance, I think, is really, really nice. You still get that chrome carried around the window trim there. And then we have some chrome pieces right at the bottom of the door. Here is a glance at the back tire and wheel setup here. We've got the carpeted liner again. Helps a lot with the sound inside. You can barely hear with these carpeted liners the sound outside of the vehicle. And I highly recommend optioning those out when you get a vehicle like this. But overall, I gotta say, they've kept a good overall design layout here with the Yukon. That is it from the side. Let's take a look at the rear of the Yukon Denali. Just want to thank Applewood GM here in Mississauga, Ontario. Go see my boy Zach. He'll hook you up with a great deal. So we are into the back here of the Yukon. We'll start here at the middle. We've got Denali stamped right in the middle of the tailgate. We've got Yukon on the left, GMC on the right. We have quad exhaust tips. They are more like aluminum. They remind me of the Escalade V exhaust tips. They're squared off. I'll give you a little bit more of a glance. Now, I like the fact that they still have this lip at the top here of the tailgate, which hides the wiper. And then we've got a chrome piece here. We do have a rear camera and then your rear vision camera. Now, to pop open the trunk, we just click this button here, and it just pops open ever so slowly. Now, this is not the XL, so we don't have a crazy ton of room back here. However, once you put the seats down by just pushing these buttons here, the seat goes down, folds the headrests, and they go down just like this. So since we did the one, I'll do the other. And you can see you've got a ton of room back here. Not much storage underneath here, but it gives you a little bit of some stuff. We do have a 120 plug, which is nice to have. And then your seatbelt there for your middle passenger. These two buttons control the middle seats. They only go down. They don't come up, unfortunately. However, it's nice to just have that option here. Now, one thing that I really like what GMC does is we'll close the tailgate. There is another button here, right there. And what that does is it opens up the back glass. And I really like that they do that, because if you are in a tight spot and need to access the back of the tailgate, you have that ability to open the back glass. So that is it for the back here, everyone. Let's take a look at the rear seats. Alrighty, so let's look into the rear seats here of the Yukon Denali. We'll start here actually with the door panel. All soft touch material. We've got nice wood paneling here, lock and unlock there, your window control, and then we've got a cubby down here for some stuff. Got the Bose speaker there as well. Denali stamped here on the door sill. These are the seats, and they do look and feel really nice and plush. Now to operate them, you can push this up to move it forward and back. This here folds the seat. And then as we carry here into the middle, we've got your climate control. We've got HDMIs, USB-Cs, heated seats, and then cup holders at the top. And then you do also have these beautiful back screens here for your entertainment purposes for the back passengers. This one does also come with the pano moonroof. Here is also a glance of what the back seat looks like. And I gotta say, it's pretty comfy. You do have a ton of headroom, as you can see the indent there in the ceiling of the car. You'll see if you have taller passengers to get back there, they have enough room. That's it for the back here, guys. Let's take a look at the front seats. So let's take a look inside the front here. We'll start with the seat. We've got Denali stamped in the middle there at the top of the seat. Really nice plush seating. I really like the layout here. Over here on the door panel, same type of material, all soft touch, nice wood paneling, memory seating, lock and unlock your window and mirror controls there. Bose speaker down below. Denali is stamped here on the door sill. Over here on the left side of the steering wheel, we've got all your controls for your parking sensors, 360 camera, your trailering mode as well over here, and then we've got your 4x4 settings with your light controls as well as your parking brake, and it does have a telescopic steering wheel as well. That's it. Before we hop in, let's take a look at the interior. So we are inside the Yukon Denali here, and as we can see from the previous generation, it has had a massive upgrade to the interior. So we'll start with the steering wheel. On the left side here controls your cruise control as well as your Super Cruise, as we can see at the top. Over on the right side, this will control your front digital display screen. It does have a heated steering wheel. This button here will change your layout of what you want here. So I'll just kind of go through. You do have a really nice navigation screen. And then here we've got your forward collision alert. And then we can go back to the screen that you'd like. So I like this screen, gives you the RPMs and the speedo. We've got paddle shifters at the back. This here monitors your eyes when you are activating Super Cruise. This here is your toggle for your wipers and your blinkers. And then this is your shifter here, which as opposed to there, they've done it here, which I actually like this a little bit better. At the top, it is a hard touch material with some stitching. And then we have a cubby here so you could store some stuff, which is nice. You got that nice wood trim there as well with a lower glove box. I do have to say as well, you do have a heads-up display, which is nice to have in these vehicles when you're paying, the price tag. Now here is the new updated infotainment. We've got the 16.8-inch display screen here. I'll start here at the front. I won't go too in-depth with it. I'll just try to touch upon the most, cool points that this screen has. So you've got a vehicle status report card here, cameras, well, you got Alexa, Google Assistant, Play Store. You've got the ability to park itself here. So once you click this button here, you'll be able to tell the truck where you are and it will help you park, which is nice. And then here are your camera angles, ton of camera angles that you can play around with, even for trailering and stuff like that. It gives you a bird's eye view, which is really cool. Wi-Fi hotspot, you got your audio settings, and it's just a ton of stuff that you can go through and, play around. The map here is massive. I like the fact that it's a Google map too. It's very intuitive, and as we can see here, like I'm zooming in and out, the map is very responsive, I do have to say, as opposed to the old generation of cars where it was very laggy, but it's very, very intuitive and responsive. Over here, we can have a different layout here. I like that you've got your audio map settings, and you can change this into potentially a trip information. It's really nice and customizable, let's just say, right? This does have your climate controls in it. Some people may like it, some people may not. You've got your buttons down here that you can control your climate controls. And then, heated and ventilated seats here, dual zone climate, of course. Here is, where you can actually customize your climate control and where you want the air to come through, which is cool. It gives you a nice little design. Overall, it's a very, very customizable screen, and it's just going to take some time to play around with it. But that's it for the screen. You do have your vents here. You've got the push button start as well, wireless charging with USB, USB-C, and then we have this nice piano black laminate here trim, which is nice with some wood trim carried on the side. Now I'll push this forward. We do also have two cup holders there. In the center here, we've got Denali stamped here, and we do have a smaller console area here with no 120 volt chargers or anything like that. It's not too bad of a space to have. At least you've got something. At the top here, a nice feature that they've added, other than obviously they've had the rear camera mirror, you can actually push the seats up and down the third row by using these buttons. So I will show you guys what that looks like. So you can just hold the button and the seat will go up and down just like that, which is a really, really nice added feature. And then, like I said, you do have the panel moonroof. But overall, that's it for the interior, guys. Window stickers just out there. Let's go over the price. Okay, everyone. So the price of this bad boy here, we are sitting at 121,698 Canadian for a 2025 Yukon Denali in Onyx Black here with the 6.2. And then these are the options that are currently added on the truck. So that is the price here. Let me know what you guys think about this redesigned or refreshed Yukon Denali. And I am curious to know if you like this generation better than the previous. So that concludes this review, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.